if I'm lost along the way, if I wander off onto a different trail, will you forgive me if I fail when I'm lost and derailed? If I cry.
So good morning everybody, it is Saturday the 22nd of May and we have had quite a slow morning this morning, but sometimes that's just quite nice. We went out last night, Mark and I, for our first date in such a long time. Obviously we got to go to Manchester a few weeks back to go to the shops during the day, but you know when you're timing it in between like the kids going to school and making sure we're back in time, and obviously it was during the day and we were just getting stuff done that we wanted to get done, so it wasn't like that proper, you know, when you switch off and you feel good about yourself and you've taken the time to get ready. And last night I feel so good this morning, you know, when you just wake up and you feel like quite like just relaxed and happy, and I haven't felt that kind of calm in such a long time. I wore a lovely dress, in fact you can you see it hanging up there, that I picked up from ASOS, and I saw it and a few people have mentioned that they just felt like this was a Charlotte dress, so I have some of you to thank for that, and it made me feel like $1 million. I'm gonna tell you the truth, it made me feel amazing, felt a bit like the old me, felt a bit sexy even, it was great. And we went to a place in like basically the village next door to ours, and it was like a tapas restaurant and it was amazing. The food was so good and we had cocktails and we didn't even stay out that late. We went for one other drink afterwards and then we came home at a very respectable time of like 10ish, and then we just stayed up and like chatted for a bit, had another drink at home, and then like that was it. But it was just amazing and I feel so good this morning. Slightly like, you know, I can tell I had some cocktails last night, but it's okay, I'm all right. I have coffee, and Mark actually let me have a lie-in this morning as well because he's an angel, so we can't complain, can we? But I thought I would film today because we are going to the beach. I need to get ready shortly afterwards. As I mentioned, it's been quite a relaxed morning, just chilling around, pottering around, sticking washing on, hanging out with the kids, that kind of thing. But we're going to meet up with Mark's mum and sister this afternoon. We're going to go to the beach, take the dog, and I'm so excited to see them. The kids are so excited because obviously they got to see their grandparents, like my mum and dad, last night, and they came in our house because they can, and that was lovely because they all get to have cuddles and spend time together, and they all needed it. And then today we get to do like the same thing again, but we're going to see like Mark's side of the family, and it just makes me so happy, especially because Merlin and Maverick, Ali's dog, Mark's sister, they'll get to play together at the beach as well, which is quite fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that, and yeah, I can't wait. But I do need to get ready and we need to load the car and pack up and everything like that. But one thing that I wanted to mention before I do all of that is that this video, as you'll probably see from the title, is sponsored one, and I'm actually working with a lovely team at Lingo Kids, which is actually an app. Now we have had this downloaded on our iPad anyway, so it's nothing like completely new to us, but it might be new to you, and it's basically a learning, like an educational app for your kids basically. So we live in an age where tablet time, a bit of iPad time or something like that sometimes is the kind of thing that we need as parents. Maybe it's just to like keep a child like occupied for a little bit, maybe it's to work on their learning, maybe it's as a distraction technique when maybe, you know, they've had a bit of a tantrum or a bad day and you just need something to keep them happy for a second, and there's nothing wrong with that. And what we like about Lingo Kids is that it's really it's brilliant. So you download it, and within the app there is loads of different pieces of content. So it's not just a game that you download and play a couple of times and then your child gets bored of it. It's got a whole host of games.
I know this game.
Lingo Kids, we played it before, haven't we? So there are like games to play, obviously, that will challenge them with their, say, mathematical skills or their like English skills, so learning like numbers and letter formation and how to draw them with your finger and things like that. And then there are also videos to watch, so there's like popular nursery rhymes, things like that, so you can have a sing-song and they can mix and like play around with what they want to play with at the time. It's very intuitive, it's for ages between 2 and 8 years, so Daisy and Stan is perfect for them. And I've been playing it this morning with Daisy and she's absolutely loved it. It's been quite nice to just set aside a little bit of time just for us two to work on stuff, because obviously I went out last night and that's quite a new thing for her, like her parents like leaving again for a little bit, and she was really keen and happy to see me this morning. And we played loads of different games and she had 2 favourites, so if you do download it, definitely check these 2 out because she loved them. One was a racing game where there were 3 characters, you picked your character, and depending on how many mathematical questions you could answer right, you would get further ahead in the race and you might win. So it would basically show 2 hands, and maybe one hand would have 4 fingers up and one would have 2, and they would have to try and work out how many fingers were up and press the right answer, so 6 in this example. And she loved it, she got so excited, and we played it that many times, and then she wanted to show Mark as well, so she loved that one. And another one was like a maze that's in the dark, and you had to walk through the dark and try and find the magic scrolls that would teach you about how the heart works. And she just really liked that one because it was quite exciting, and once you found all the magic scrolls it would unlock the door for you to exit. So in total I think there's over like 600 games, and some of them are made by Oxford University Press, so some of the content is from them, so that's really good, and it's teacher approved, really easy for kids to use as well, and it's just a fab little app. It's really good. Now we've been having a play this morning. I think it would be a great one because you can download it and use it offline as well, so if you are going like on a long car journey like we are today, you can use it then in the car to keep kids occupied, because I appreciate that sometimes like car journeys, particularly after a year where we haven't been getting out much, they can be quite intense for kids and they're not used to it, so that's really handy about it. And then it's just one that you can kind of, you don't need to have any parent guilt associated with it because they're learning at the same time, and I really like it, and I definitely think that you should give it a download and at least give it a try. What's nice as well is that you can set different profiles, so obviously my children are all quite different in ages and have different like learning needs and different stages that they're at, so I can ascertain what level I think that they should be at, and it will pull in content that is better for them and better suited for them, that will help them feel engaged and won't be too complicated, because obviously sometimes when content is a bit like, oh this is hard, it kind of puts you off. So I really like that aspect of it as well. But I will leave it all linked down below if you want to check it out. The team at Lingo Kids are amazing, by the way. I've had like a little chat with them on video and call and stuff, and they're so passionate about what they do. But hopefully you found that useful and you might like to give it a go as well. But now I'm going to move on with the rest of our day, and I definitely need to get out of these pyjamas and finish this coffee. And get ready very quickly and pack our car and get everybody ready to go, because otherwise we're going to be late. So on that note, I will see you in a little bit. So this is my outfit of the day. It always poofs out loads, this hoodie. I'm just wearing a hoodie and some leggings, and I've got some welly socks and stuff for my wellies when we're on the beach, because I think that's probably what we'll need. I'm gonna go and do my makeup in a sec and just try and salvage my hair from last night. But we're done.
I hope you don't.
So I thought I would quickly show you what the kids are having for lunch today. They're going to eat a little bit earlier because we're obviously going to have to drive to get to the beach. But we have some yogurt drinks, pear and cucumber. We've got some chicken satay sticks and cocktail sausages. We have cheese, Pringles, a leftover donut that I've cut into 3, and then like a couple of treats here, some wafer biscuits and some little pink and white milkshake bottles, and 3 hungry children by the looks of things.
There we go.
So I'm ready. Bit of an improvement, thankfully. Mark's just getting the kids sorted now, and we're gonna get in the car. And we've got my dryer on. Oh, have you seen our friends. We have caterpillars. We've had them for about a week now and they have probably quadrupled in size. We got them last year. It's a really lovely activity to do with the kids actually. We really enjoy it, and we can recycle our little butterfly house that comes with the first set as well. So yeah, it's exciting. But we are just going to get ready to go. I've got a wrap to have in the car and it's time for some beach fun. The amount of stuff that we need just to go to the beach for a bit. Got prezzies for Mark's mum because it was her birthday last week. My bag, snacks for the kids, dog stuff, coat, shoes, wellies, bag of spare clothes for the kids in case someone falls over and gets wet or something like that. It's just so much. But we are ready. Yay! Which bit am I putting it on, the front or the back? Front might give him a bit more flexibility actually. Yeah, good boy. You push your butty in. That's it. Let's go.
I love you. I give you everything you want me to. Think about it. If I could, I'd burn down the moon and give that to.
We're here. So we are here, and I think we're like Lytham St Anne's, or is it Flight or Filed? I can't remember which. But it's lovely. But there are two sections of like beach that you can go to, and one section's cordoned off at certain times of the year because obviously people go there to go to the beach, and you don't take dogs there then. But it's so sunny. Yes.
Have a nice day. All the gods and all the angels got them waiting at your table. Was giving you my heart was not enough. One thing's true, I never asked for nothing more than you. Think about it. If I could.
It's a shiny shell. Oh wow. Yeah. It's plastic. Wow.
Stars and sun all separated, rainbow colors newly painted. I put it all in a paper bag for you. Have a nice day. All the gods and all the angels got them waiting at your table. Was giving you my heart was not enough.
Night night. Love you. So we are back and it's about 7:45 now, and I'm very, very tired. We ended up walking for about 2 hours in the end, and it was so nice to see Mark's mum. Mark's sister was meant to be coming as well, but she took the wrong turn on the motorway and ended up having to head back because by the time she'd have got there, she'd gotten there about like an hour too late, which was such a shame, but I know we'll see them again soon. It's just so nice to actually be able to do stuff like that, and because of the way our day planned out, we didn't like need to put a mask on all day, which I feel like I'm so used to doing a lot of the time, but just because we were outdoors the whole time we didn't need to, so that was really nice. You have to excuse me for yawning, honestly. I swear it's that sea air. I'm glad that we had like a really chilled morning though, because it just felt like it sort of like set me up for the day. But we just walked and walked and walked and talked, and the dog and the kids got to enjoy the beach, and we got the kids an ice cream, although I got myself a flake 99, and I got it because I don't know if you do this when you've got kids, but you let your kids pick something from a menu, don't you? And they'll pick something, you'll go, you sure you want that? You really sure? And they're adamant that they want it. So in this case, Stan chose a apple cider ice lolly. So it's not obviously cider, but it's just the name of the lolly. Basically an apple ice lolly. And I got the flake, Daisy and Bill got slush puppies. And we're walking along and he's struggling to like hold it because it's quite heavy and it's dribbling everywhere, and he looks at mine and then looks at his, and I'm like, do you want to swap? And I always order something that I know that they'll all like, just in case that happens. So I ended up holding an apple cider lolly for a bit, and then I didn't want to eat it in case he wanted it back, so I was just holding it, but it was starting to drip. And then Daisy was like, oh, can I try that? So she ends up trying his, and then I'm holding the slush puppy for a bit. Again, the same rule applies, didn't drink it or anything like that. And then they're like, oh yeah, should we just share them all? So they're just rotating all these three things, and I'm there like, it's alright, I'm fine. But we did, on the way home, we didn't get home until about 6:30, but on the way home we picked up a McDonald's because of how late it was, so that was quite nice. I had a Big Mac. I always think I'm gonna have something different, and then I'm a creature of habit in a way, you know, like when you trust something, you just know something's gonna be good, so you're gonna stick with that. Honestly, oh, I can't stop yawning. What a sorry state I am. But Bill and Daisy are still watching telly downstairs. I'm going to go and chill with Mark. We're probably going to watch I Can Hear Your Voice. Is that what it's called? Something like that. And then find something else to watch. But I'm going to go and pour myself a glass of wine and relax. But this weekend has been so good so far. Just this sense of normality and seeing family. Like seeing my mum and dad in my house. Like we had our extension, it wasn't even finished this time last year. In fact, it was very much in like the early stages and ended up finishing like end of September time, and it's like we've hardly had people in our house because of all the restrictions and stuff, and I'm still excited for the day where I can just like have people around all the time and things like that. But like, yeah, last night felt like it started it off, and then today has just felt even better. And Mark was able to book his vaccine today because they opened it up for 33 and 32 year olds, which is, we're both 33. I had mine earlier on this year. I've had both doses now because of my syndrome. I think that's why I was called to have mine so soon. So I'm vaccinated, but I've just been patiently waiting to get Mark done too, because it just makes you feel a little bit better about the situation. And it's good news, it's great news, it's an amazing thing to think that we're in May and like we've gone from, you know, the vulnerable and elderly age groups or people with certain underlying health conditions to like 33, 32 year olds. That's an amazing achievement, isn't it? So that made me smile today because like he's a few steps closer now to being a lot safer, and it's just nice to see the world opening up again. But could do with this sunshine sticking around because we got some unexpected sun today when we were out. And we've come home to even more sunshine and blue skies here, but tomorrow the forecast is rain, which is rubbish. But we will take what we get while we can, won't we? So yeah, let's go and pour some wine, shall we?